Hey guys, with Minecraft 1.17.1 being new and fresh, we're going to take a look at 20 of the most popular mods that are available on this version, which is fabric only. I've got another similar video planned, and then I'll be covering some more 1.16.5 videos for those who are still on Forge. I'm going to avoid repeating too many mods that I've already talked about for older versions. Although I've talked about Charm in the past, it's been a few weeks. It's a Vanilla Plus styled mod, adding lots of new features. Some of the most notable are bookcases, which can store your books, barrels and crates have all new wood textures, new villagers such as the lumberjack and beekeeper, new coral squid mobs, and so much more, like being able to use the Totem of Undying from anywhere in your inventory. There's a whole list of features, which you can find on their website. A good mod for multiplayer worlds would be simple voice chat. You can use different modes like push-to-talk or voice activation and communicate with other players in your world who are close in proximity. You can use push-to-talk with the caps lock key and open the voice chat settings with the V key. Woods and Mires start by adding 3 new biomes which are based on Nordic nature. These are the Pine Forest, Pine Mire, and the Fell. In these biomes are the new pine log, which can be stripped like other logs or turned into some new planks, fences, and stairs. The biomes are made up of blocks like podzol, and fells have rugged terrain with not much vegetation, except occasional shrubs. 2 new flowers included with the mod are tansies and fireweeds. Illuminations is a client-side mod which adds many new glow-in-the-dark particles. In the overworld, you can find fireflies, which come out at night in a few different biomes like jungles, plains, and savannas. If you head underground, then you can find glowworms, which tend to stick to the ceilings of caves, and they'll fall if their support block is removed. In the nether, you might find will-o-wisps flying through soul sand valleys, and they can appear from soul lanterns, whereas in the end, you can find chorus petals, which spawn from chorus flowers. Expanded storage has some similarities to iron chests, adding new types of chests made from iron, gold, diamond, obsidian, and netherite. There's also these new variants for barrels, and each tier will increase their storage capacity, with netherite chests or barrels allowing you to store just over 130 stacks. There's a special Christmas and pumpkin chest which can also be crafted. When you craft the chest, they can be connected either horizontally or vertically to increase the storage size even more. Notes Fabric allows you to store notes in a menu. By pressing the N key, you can open the interface where you can write new notes, giving them a title and text. If you want to, you can then pin a note so that they're visible in the game, which might be useful for a to-do list or for coordinates. Respawnable Pets will allow you to keep your animals safe. You'll need to craft an etheric gem which requires 5 gold nuggets and an ender pearl. You can hold the gem and right-click a pet which will enable or disable whether they spawn, and the gem won't be removed from your inventory. If your pet dies, it will respawn next to you the next time you sleep, and it only works on pets that you own. Mouse Wheelie adds a lot of new controls, like how you can hover over items and scroll to move them up or down. By holding down Alt and pressing the left mouse button, you can quickly drop multiple stacks of items. Or if you just hold down Control, all matching items will be sent between inventories. There's a lot more features included with the mod, but it would require an entire video to go through them all. This mod adds 6 ward blocks which don't have recipes. Instead, you'll need to find them in chests throughout your world. There's a growth ward block, which accelerates the growth rate of crops. The health ward block will provide bonus regeneration and saturation to nearby players, whereas the defense block gives extra strength and resistance. If you place down an XP block, hostile mobs will be killed and experience will spawn above the block. Or you can use the attack blocks, which just kill them instead. Loot blocks can be placed down to kill enemies, but their drops will be placed on top, and each of these blocks needs a redstone signal to be activated. Wandering Collector makes some changes to the Wandering Trader. When an item is dropped and despawned or destroyed by the player, the items will have a chance of appearing inside the Wandering Trader, allowing you to recollect lost items. Bosses of Mass Destruction adds 3 new bosses, with 1 being found in each dimension. In the overworld, you'll find the Night Lich, who spawns in a tower in cold biomes, and needs to be spawned with 4 soul stars. The Obsidiolith can appear in the end in a new tower structure. And finally, there's the Nether Gauntlet, which spawns in the Nether. The mod includes the Staff of Suppression, which stops mobs spawning nearby, the Blast Amplifier, which increases explosion damage, and the Table of Elevation, which gives creative flight in a small radius. Lakeside replaces some of Minecraft's smaller water bodies, replacing them with large lakes in the form of biomes. Some of the new biomes include cold lakes, jungle lakes, and mountain lakes, and some even have islands in the middle of lakes, which adds a bit more variation and new terrain to your world. Adabranium adds a few new materials to your world, starting with Vibranium, which you can find below layer 24. Each ore gives a single piece of Vibranium, and 4 of these need to be combined with a block of obsidian to make a Vibranium ingot, which can be turned into armor and tools, which are stronger than netherite equipment. There's also adamantine, which can be found below layer 22 and doesn't spawn next to air. This equipment is even stronger than Vibranium. With this mod installed, you'll be able to play as a vampire in Minecraft. There's a few ways to get started, as it can be used as an origin, or you can use vampire blood to convert yourself into a vampire, which you'll need strength 2 to survive. You no longer need food to survive, as you can feast on the blood of mobs instead. It's difficult to die as a vampire, but you do need to be careful when it comes to the likes of sunlight and wooden swords. There's so much to this mod, like vampire hunters who help defend villages, rituals where you can unlock and upgrade abilities, and more. The Void Totem is a new item which can be crafted from a regular Totem of Undying, 2 emeralds, and 2 Eyes of Ender, and 2 Chorus fruits. Although it can be configured to be the End City treasure, when the totem is in your off or main hand slot, it will teleport you back to a safe place if you happen to fall into the void. Couplings will make some blocks work better together, like double doors, which now open together when on opposing hinges. The same goes for fence gates too when they're stacked vertically. Trapdoors that are connected side by side or opposing each other will also interact like they're a single entity. Consistency Plus adds lots of new decoration blocks and aims to make Minecraft be more consistent by making sure each block has matching shapes and styles. As an example, sandstone can be now polished, cut, chiseled, and turned into stairs, walls, slabs, and more. Scorched makes some changes to the Nether, starting with Pyrac, a new block which can be found in the Nether. When mined, it drops gunpowder and experience. Although it's very explosive, an explosion can be triggered with any sort of fire-type object, or even a gassed fireball, which could be dangerous as it starts a chain reaction. You can also find Ignis Stone, which spawns next to a good amount of ancient debris, making it worth excavating. Some extra changes are that netherrack can drop gunpowder when blown up, and the amount of lava found underground in the Nether is reduced. Magic Mirror is a simple teleportation mod, and the mirror can be crafted with 4 iron ingots, a diamond block, and 2 gassed tears. If you have a spawn point set, you can teleport home by using the mirror, and it has unlimited uses. Fabric Waystones also allows you to teleport, except between different locations which you can determine. It's possible to craft your own Waystones, or to find them naturally spawning instead inside of villages. When you activate Waystones, you can teleport between them, allowing you to quickly travel between different places of interest. Or you can use items like the Local Void and Pocket Wormhole to travel between saved Waystones from anywhere in your world. I hope you found some mods here that you might think are worth trying. I'm still stuck between content right now, as the modding landscape has changed a lot over the past few weeks. But if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe, as I'll be covering more videos like this soon.